If you're the B anchor on Ancient, what single piece of utility will best help you stop the rush? Is it a molly, a smoke, a flash, or an HE? If you said a molly, you're like many others, and like many others, you are wrong. The correct answer is actually a flash. I know it sounds crazy, but think about it. If we molly the ramp, odds are the T's are going to have someone dedicated to smoking this molly, and if they throw any sort of good supporting flash for the site, and we're trying to fight them running through the smoke, odds are we're just going to get completely blind. Even if we play completely anti-flash from any of the good supporting flashes, the only spot would be around here. Spots like this are super bad because we're going to get instantly traded, and going 1-for-1 as the anchor is just not good enough. And of course, even if we just throw a smoke at the start of the round, we're going to have the same issue. They're just going to be able to run straight through. And actually the HE grenade isn't bad because it will chunk them for a lot of damage and slow them down. But once again, once they're not slowed down and they're running up, we are most likely going to be blind and they are not. So how is the flashbang going to be the best in this situation? What we want to do is throw a flash like this. Stand against this wall, hold a right click flash like this, and then when we hear them rushing, we throw the flash. And as the T's are running up the ramp, they're not going to have any time to react to this flash. And since they're all going to be looking this way towards the site, they would be completely blind and we can peek out with the flash pop and get so many free kills. So instead of just pretending our mollies and smokes are just walls that they can't go through, we're countering the rush with the correct utility and basically guaranteeing that the entries are going to be completely blind. Not only are we throwing a counter flash for the rush, once we throw this flash, we're coming against this wall and playing anti-flash, so we're not getting blind by any of the T's flashes, and then we peek out with our flash, we're not getting blind, but they are, and they're not going to know what hit them. I do have to say though, I did kind of lie to you guys, because I did say the flash is the best piece of utility, but it's not only the flash, it is the flash plus the molly. Because yes, the flash is good, and if I knew the T's were rushing, I would rather have a flash over a molly. But best case scenario, we do just still throw a molly at the ramp, and then we come here and listen for when the T's smoke the molly. And then as soon as we hear the smoke on the molly, we know it's a rush, and then we throw our flash. They'll be completely blind and we'll have super free kills. And I actually asked you guys this question, and as you can see here, 53% of you said a molly, 26% said a smoke, 14% said HE, and only 7% of people said a flash. I definitely could have been more specific with my question, but even so, this still just shows how underrated flashes are for stopping a rush. And I'm just going to show one more example of a flash like this. I won't spend too much more time on this, but I probably could come up with an example for every single site in CS2. Using a flash like this is just so strong. But yeah, on B side Anubis, you want to come into this corner, just aim at the sun right here and hold a right click flash. As soon as the T's are rushing into the site, you want to right click the flash. And this flash will pop like this. The T's will have no chance to look away, and since they're going to be scaling into the site like this, or even if they scale this way, they're going to be caught by the flash and you can just peek out for some free kills. Now before I go into the next way that flashes are misused, let's hear a quick word from today's sponsor, Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is an automated trading site that allows you to take some of your old skins and trade them in for some new ones. There are a ton of skins on the site, but if you're looking for something specific, you can use the filter to find the skin that you're looking for. And when you're making your first trade on the site, make sure to use my code GRAPE for a bonus of up to $5 for free. If you see a skin on the site that you want and you don't have one of equal value, you can also deposit money with a 30% bonus plus an extra 5% if you use my code GRAPE at checkout. And even if you don't have anything to trade, they do free giveaways every single day, so there's literally nothing to lose by joining Skins Monkey. So just make sure to use the link in my description and have fun trading. Alright, this next way of misusing a flash happens so often. If we're playing Inferno and we're going to be flashing our teammates into brackets, a very common flash people will throw is something like this. A perfect pop flash for anyone playing towards lane, so anyone standing around here will get completely blind, and even people towards arch will get blind as well. Now that flash is really good, but the problem is it's not enough. If we're taking brackets as the T's, there's a chance that the CTs are in a bracket setup. And most of the time when the CTs are in a bracket setup, someone is playing anti-flash. And if this person is playing anti-flash, he'll hear our flash pop, turn around and just not be blind. So to stop this from happening, we have to throw a bad flash first before we throw our good flash. So what this looks like is we call for our teammate to get the flash ready to pop us in the mid, and just before he throws his flash, we bounce a bad flash off the wall like this. Something that's very easy to turn away from, so anyone playing under porch or towards arch will be able to turn from the flash. But as soon as they turn and look back, and as soon as the anti-flash player sees the bad flash pop, they're all going to turn and look towards mid thinking that we're coming out, and that is right on the timing when we want our good flash to land. So the timing looks something like this. Our top mid player throws the bad flash right here, then we throw the good flash, our bad flash pops first, and then our good flash pops second. This concept is super important in spots like brackets on Inferno, but it applies to any position where you're flashing into an angle where someone might be playing anti-flash. Now another mistake I see a lot of people making is not throwing good support flashes. I showed these flashes as the example of a flash T's can throw when they're rushing B, and these flashes are really good because you just stand here, aim at this part of the wall, and then jump throw. This flash lands right here. So anyone standing on site will be getting completely blind, but from our perspective, we don't even see the flash at all. This is an example of a good support flash. I see too many people just rip flashes over the site when we're rushing. Flashes like this are so bad because they're just landing right in front of us. And the last thing we want to do when we're rushing the site is have to turn away. So at the very least, throw your flashes behind your teammates so that they don't have to turn away from your flash and they can just run up the site without having to look anywhere but in front of them. Another example of this is towards A. A really good supporting flash is bouncing it off of this wall right here. This flash lands right here and will blind anyone playing on site or donut. But as we're running out of A main, we won't even see the flash at all. So as we're scaling to fight this player here, he's going to be getting blind and we're not, so that is a good supporting flash. And on CT side, I can show the same thing. If we're rotating towards B and their teammate is saying they're pushing long, a good support flash in this situation is flashing high behind him. Because now when we call we're flashing, he can just look this way, swing with our flash, it pops behind him. Anyone pushing long will be getting blind, and our teammate will not. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to go over in today's video. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below. Check out my Discord or leave a message in my Twitch chat when I'm live. I also offer coaching and demo reviews, so if you're interested in that, you can check out the link in the description. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope these tips can help you in your games. See ya.